You're listening to KYST 89.3, The Bone. The Bone. And now time for South Tucson Youth Football, simulcast on AM 1400, The Growler. And on South Tucson Local Access Channel 22.
Oh, man.
Hello, Arizona. This is KYST, South Tucson Local Access, simulcasting on Channel 22, and of course, we are broadcasting live on 89.3 FM, The Bone, AM 1400, The Growler. This is the final 2 games of the regular season. We're looking at Papa Joe's Child Escort Service in the all-white on Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium. Going to try to start the game off with a field goal. They'll take an early lead, 3-0. After about 3 minutes and 20 seconds of game time. Rowdy Spanker for Ted's Baby Clothes in the green and yellow. The number 5 ranked overall team, Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium. Coming into this one, they made a big jump in the rankings after a bunch of teams in the rankings lost last week. Every day dropped from 5 to 6. Had number 6 team, I believe, Danish was the Mulch Hut dropping down a bit to 8, I believe, and Danish were 7. They dropped down as well, so opportunity for the Heads. A little bit more movement before championship week. Heads will have to punt to start things off. Already halfway through the first quarter of this game. The stakes in this one, not just to protect that ranking. The winner of this game will go to the CSC Championship, the Child Services Conference Championship game. Next week to take on Shifty Lou's Arcade, and either team, whichever team that is, the winner of this game will most certainly be the favorite going into that one. Shifty Lou's Arcade finished the season 5-5. It's been the weaker division of the two. Teds have been pretty much the best team of the season in the CSC. Papa Joe's have kind of gone under the radar, 6-3. They could finish. I tell you, if Papa Joe's can get the upset in this one, they would be 7-3, as would Ted. A strong resume. They'd come into that championship game as a favorite, and they would look very good in that championship game. As always, again, if you are not familiar with how things roll here in South Tucson Youth Football, this is the conclusion. This is the second to last game of the regular season. These 6-0 teams play a 10-game regular season. The first 3 games non-conference. The next 7 are conference games. And they will play those 10 games. And after that, week 11 is the conference championship game. So next week, I believe we'll be playing them on Friday, Saturday, and Monday. 2 games apiece on those days. We will not be able to air on Sunday due to other commitments. That will be the schedule next weekend. We'll announce which games are going on in which slots. There's 2 games each day, not running against anything else. They'll be the focus, just like these featured games are, nothing else running against it. They will be the conference championship games. The winners of each division, the conference, doing battle. Great games here. That is Pythagorean theorem breaking free for Big first down. And Papa Joe's been back and forth. Punting defense has been the game so far. Only that field goal so far, but looks like Papa Joe's 2nd and 3. They're charging into the zone. And that is going to be a big gain for Al Hutchinson. 19-yard catch for the first and goal. And they're looking to put 7 on the board now. Not another 3 this time. We'll see how that goes for them. All right, second quarter. Joey Freshwater, the quarterback, veteran quarterback for Papa Joe's. Oh, and it's Benjamin, but Benjamin takes a lick. A big hit. And it's going to be Pythagorean Theorem rushing it in for the touchdown. It's a 10-0 lead for Papa Joe's. The upset-minded team. Barely. Again, it's only a 6-point favorite for Heads, Emporium. 3 of those are usually for the home and field advantage, so that's not that much of a favorite, but it still would be considered an upset if it happens. And Nitro Shaggy, that's Golden Savoldi. With the catch, and that's intercepted. Bonds and OPI against the offense. They will happily take that one off the board, and they will take the ball from their own 27. It's Papa Joe's team. It's Papa Joe's football, and it's been their game for the first 12 of this 40-minute game. Freshwater getting hurried, dumps it off, and incomplete. And again, next week, we will see, Friday, there will be 2 evening games. We'll announce the time for that again at some point. Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, that is 10 a.m. here in South Tucson, there will be 2 other championship games, and Monday at a similar evening time to be announced will be the final 2 games of championship week. At that point, afterwards, we will have a selection show. So those 6 conference champions will get automatic bids into the 12-team playoff. After that, the committee will look at the other teams in South Tucson Youth Football and will select 6 more at-large teams. Once the 12 teams are decided, they are seeded from 1 to 12. The top 4 teams will get first round buys, and then the bracket will be set 5 versus 12, with the winner taking on 4. 8 versus 9, with the winner taking on 1. 7 versus 10, winner taking on 2. And 3 taking on, the 3 seed taking on the winner of 6 versus 11. Just like you would expect in a setup bracket. It's not going to be reseeded at all. It's a straight up bracket like we've done for the last 3 seasons prior. Again, we expanded after our first season. It was only 8 teams. Now it is a 12-team playoff with automatic bids for the conference champions. So, again, we're going to see what the bubble looks like. We will, of course, talk about that over the course of the week. There's a lot of teams. There's going to be some good teams that could potentially miss out. That is picked off again. That time picked off by Teds, and they're going to hand it off to Nitro Shaggy. Defense has been the name of the game here. Jonas Brothers only thrown it for 28 yards and 1 pick. Not exactly the shining stat for offense. And gets sacked and brought down in the backfield. That brings out a punt unit. That punt will take place right from the goal line. It's going to go all the way into the 45. Joe's already down to the 30. They'd love to get another touchdown before this 2-minute warning is up. They get all the way down to the 18-yard gain for Pythagorean theorem. He's already had 152 yards for the game. Freshwater hits Admiral Tush. Short of the first down. It's 2nd and 1.
Tonight.
They'll take a field goal in that case, but still a lot of time left, and Teds now have 1:22 left to go in this half. You see Jonas Brothers, he's going to air it out, almost intercepted again. Jonas Brothers is not a young quarterback. Well, he's young. He's between the ages of 10 and 13, as are all the kids on these teams, but he's playing for a couple of years. He should know better than to make careless throws like that. He's going to hit Nitro Shaggy as running back. That's more like it. Gets a lot of those back. 3rd and 8 for Jonas Brothers. Last time to throw, he hits Rowdy Spanker. And he's got a lot of options. He's got a great running back to make for Shaggy. He's got 2 receivers in his tight end Golden Savoldi and Rowdy Spanker. This is an offense that really should get going. And Nitro Shaggy, that's again a veteran running back, just up the middle, just off center to the right for the first down. Wide open and missed. Had the first down right there. It's 2nd and 10, 17 seconds to go. Does stop the clock. Shaggy's got wide open on the left side, but they track him down. 3rd and 8, clock still running. This might be, no, they got another playoff. Brothers looking, it's incomplete. There is 1 second left. It looks like it's too far of a field goal to go for. They're going to punt it. Wow, I would have at least just taken a shot. That seems a bit surprising to me. Well, that's the end of the first half. We are going to go back to the second half in just a few moments, but look at the stats there. Total yards tells the story. 198 for Papa Joe's, 78 for Ted's. This is not the Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium we have seen for the first 9 games of the season. Papa Joe's Child Escort Services, they've gotten 2 turnovers. They have won the turnover battle in a big way. And they go back on defense as they kick off the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll be reviewing some of the teams that will be on the bubble over the course of the week until our first 2 championship games on Friday. Championship week, it gets really exciting. And the selection show, of course, it's just so exciting for these kids to find out whether they make the playoffs, where, if they already know they're in, because they're a conference champion, where they're going to fall, who's going to be fighting for that first round bye. I think some teams already kind of know that. Some teams may be on the fence, maybe hoping to do a little bit of more work. Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium might want to do some work today. If they get that win, that might push them up a little bit and get them the first round bye, especially if they can win their conference. A lot can happen in those final 6 games between the regular season and the postseason. So a lot can happen. There's going to be some 7 and 3 teams that just might be looking from the outside in. There's such a big gap in talent in teams this season, but we're starting to see a little bit of a logjam. There might be too many teams above that noticeable gap line. There's just not enough room in the playoffs for them. And of course, our later game, number 9 ranked Danish Chutney House, taking on the number 1 team in all of South Tucson, Francois Creperie, ending their season at home. And they are on quest to go undefeated. It has never happened before in South Tucson youth football. They are 9-0. They can go 10-0 and make history today by beating Danish with Chutney House, they would obviously make their way to the championship game to take on Kebab Barkers in that championship game next week. But they got to win first, and that's that side of the conference, that division is just so stacked. Mama Laganos, they are the number 3 ranked team, possibly the number 2 ranked team after the number 2 team lost yesterday. Again, a team that will not make their championship game, but I just feel like they're a shoe-in for the playoffs. I mean, they only lose 1 game all season, and it's to the number 1 team overall. That's about as good of a resume as you can ask for without being undefeated. Danish lose. Gonna be one of those bubble teams, I think. They're gonna be looking to have to get this win over Francois Creperie. That's not a good position to be in. They didn't get the win over Mama Laganos last week. So that would have been a game they needed to win. They can't find themselves in the championship game next week. The best they can do is play spoiler and hope to boost their resume with a win. If they can beat the undefeated team, then it will be Mama Laganos taking on Kebab Barkers. If they can't, see history. We can go 11-0 next week by facing Kebab Barkers. That's, of course, our later game. Right now, we are still on upset alert. Papa Joe's forced to punt. 4.5 to go in this third quarter. Mobley will return the punt all the way up to the 38-yard line. And Jonas Brothers will start things off for Teds. He's going to go long on the first play. Hits Rowdy Spanker. There's a big hit, but he holds on to it for a big gain and 31 yards on that completion. And a 1st and 10. Herschel Highwayman with the tackle for a loss. Nitro Shaggy. But he's going to make up for it with a big catch. Evades the tackle, gets the first down. Big play there. Or 15 yards. And it's a first down. Jonas Brothers moves laterally, hits Shaggy for a couple of yards.
Tonight.
Goes for the corner of the end zone, overthrows it 2nd and 20 because of the penalty.
Tonight.
Jonas Brothers, a lot of time to throw. I gotta tell you, these defensive linemen have just gotten better and better. The recruits coming through. I mean, any of the strong kids, when it comes to playing on the line, they put them on defensive line. They put them on the defensive line, which means that some of our weaker, scrawnier, less coordinated, and easily preyed upon kids are on those poor kids are on the offensive line. So some of them are just getting trucked by some of these really talented kids, and that leaves the quarterback prone sometimes to just get hammered in a bad way. But man, is it fun, and it really just kind of evens the playing field when you have such strong offensive players. But you see a big play like that. Freshwater brought down for a big sack. 3rd and 18. Heads might get the ball back right away. They're gonna on a punt with 1:11 to go, but Teds cannot put points on the board. They just can't even find a way to do it. They'll have the ball again with 1:05 to go in the third. Mobley only gets a couple yards on the return. They'll start from their own 43. So Shaggy untouched into the secondary, brought down for a gain of about 16 there. Hands it off. Shaggy up the middle again. He will go for another 14 and a first down. Brothers, this offense starting to click. Finds Shaggy again, this time throwing it for 14 yards, and that brings an end to the third quarter, and this is the time for Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium to start getting in gear. Hands it up to Shaggy. Nobody touches him all the way into the end zone. 12-yard run. Touchdown, Teds. And the fans a little muted. They're a little nervous right now, but they feel like this tide could be turning. There's an entire quarter left to play. That's practically an eternity when it's only a 6-point game. We might be down to the wire here. Admiral Tush will return the kick, gets all the way to the 30. Again, a spot in next week's Child Services Conference Championship game is on the line. That is almost picked off, overthrown pretty much everyone on that one. 2nd and 10 from the 30. That is caught by Weiss. Teddy Weiss gets it for just under 10 yards. It's 3rd and inches. The Pythagorean theorem gets it easily. We go to the embiggener to show you where that ball is spotted, and we can see it's clearly a first down. Dump pass over the line, incomplete. Oh, that wasn't bobbled and intercepted. That would have been very dangerous. Throws into double coverage. There's a flag on the play. It's offensive holding, so what could have potentially been an interception is still going to result in moving 10 yards backwards for Papa Joe's. This is good for Ted's. 8:30 to go. They rush the quarterback, but it leaves a wide receiver wide open. It's Joseph. He's trying to get chased down. Oh, they missed the tackle. That child is going to be embarrassed. That is a clip we will see very frequently in the coming weeks, I'm sure. And boy, is that child going to have to live down the embarrassment of that. The extra point is good. It is now a 13-point game. And Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium are back behind it yet again. 8:15 to go in this first of our 2 games today. After this game concludes, we'll take about a 5-minute break. And Golden Savoldi wide open. Gets it. There's a flag on the play. Who knows what's going to happen? Touchdown, Ted's. It's gonna come back on offensive holding. And what could have been getting Ted's right back in it. Well, they're going to go again. It's almost the same place. Savoldi has support. Oh, just an unnecessary block. And oh no. Holding by Nitro Shaggy brings it back yet again. You saw the mistake made at the very end. It could have been a wonderful block that just set a child on his rear end. Instead, it was a hold. Well, they go back to Golden Savoldi. It's now 3rd and 8. There is not much time left for Ted's to make this up. They're making careless errors. Brothers airs it out. It's caught by Hamby, and he sets a child right on the deck. Touchdown, Ted's. They have a chance to take it back to 6. Up and good. 7:05 to go. This fat lady has not sung yet. She is barely even warmed up. You know, it ended in a touchdown after all. So we won't have to wonder what if some of those careless penalties didn't happen, because again, the best result happened. They ended in a touchdown. 6:55 to go. Papa Joe's would love to pin them back right now. 3rd down. They'd love to get this ball back and tie this game up or take the lead. Pythagorean theorem, he gets the first down. 6:40 to go. From their own 47, brought down in the backfield by Snelly Tarjay. 3 sacks for Tarjay. 11 tackles total. That's the kind of defensive stronghold they need, but Admiral Tush, oh, the child just gets launched at him and brings him down, but what a 47-yard catch. Theorem finishes it off. They mark him just short of the goal line with 4:38 to go. Freshwater being hurried goes to the end zone. Theorem all by himself, and what a touchdown celebration. Doing a bit of a malfunctioning robot dance. It's back to 13 points. And this action is coming fast, furious, hot, heavy, Tokyo Drift. Too Fast, Too Furious, other movie references. Rowdy Spanker will field the kick return. They are back down by 2 scores. Again, targeting by that child, but again, referees don't see the line. I'm hearing rumors about, again, that some of these penalties that kids are committing, they're just careless penalties that they'll learn not to commit. But I think referees are going to be advised to maybe not call them as frequently because kids will be kids. And if they just want to commit penalties, who are we to not, let them express themselves here on the gridiron? The only place that there is allowed for artistic expression here in South Tucson. The best place for artistic expression, dang it, is on the gridiron of good old American football. And his brother's going long to Hamby again. First down, 3:05 to go. They are on the 4. Hands it off to Nitro Shaggy. He is double-teamed and brought down. Tackle made by Octavius Straight Edge. Our player for Papa Joe's. And it's picked off by Straight Edge. Right out of the air. From once it left Jonas Brothers' hands, it was right into the hands of Straight Edge. And the 2-minute warning will put Papa Joe's in a spot where they can ice this game. They sack Freshwater by Smelly Tarjay again. Freshwater getting rid of it downfield to Admiral. Tush first down after the catch. And that might have iced it. Ted's using their second timeout. Well, for some reason they threw it. It stops the clock, 1:46 to go. Pitch play to Theorem. He is brought down, but it's a first down, and the last timeout is called. They hand it off to Theorem again. He breaks free, and there is the last-ditch tackle. And that will ice it. Freshwater will take his time, let that clock roll down. Again, there is no kneeling. According to the people of South Tucson, especially the elders of the Council of Football, which I think is a thing, it's just the vagrants and derelicts who kind of make the calls here. There's no place in American football for kneeling in any sort of sense. So therefore, they encourage the kids to run plays regardless. And sometimes they run pass plays. They're just not, they're dumb as hell, bless them, but they're dumb as hell. And again, that allows them to run the clock. So again, this will basically do it. One more run play will take this game to its conclusion. Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium will be upset. That is going to be, they stop him. No, they call the touchdown. So 18 seconds to go. Papa Joe's make this now a 20-point lead. Wow. What a game this has been for Papa Joe's. They have put themselves squarely on the map. And they will not maybe need to worry about selection someday, which is be Monday of next week. A week from Monday, so 8 days from now. They're going to be the odds-on favorite, and that will end the game. Look at that. That is the game. 34-14. What a surprise. Papa Joe's will now take on Chutney Arcade in the CSC Championship game, and they will go in there as the favorite. That will be next week. That's it for that first game. Do not go anywhere. History may be made as our final game of the regular season kicks off in about 5 minutes. Francois Creperie takes on Danish Lou's Chutney House. Francois Creperie could make history and be the first ever team in South Tucson youth football in its 5 seasons to go undefeated, 10-0. It has never happened before. Stick with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to take a quick break, run some commercials, pay the bills. We'll be back with our next game in just a few. We apologize for the slight technical delay. We did miss the opening score of this game from Danish Chutney House. The 7-2, number 9 ranked team getting the opening score of this game. Francois Creperie, slow start. They have yet to score. This is another possession for Danish losing. The third possession of the game. The stakes could not be higher for Francois Creperie. Chasing history. They have held the number 1 spot ever since they defeated the then number 1 Mama Laganos in a 1-versus-2 matchup. That was in week 6. It's been punted to Pregnant Pregante, the star quarterback, young quarterback. This team is just going to get better and better, and other teams should be terrified. Glendrell, splendid. The running back, veteran running back, has been outstanding all season for this team. And I was just going to mention Royal Caribbean Cruise, who makes a catch despite suffering pass interference. They will happily decline that and take the big gain down to the 26. End zone. Brady Lopez, touchdown. Kick is up and good, and Francois Creperie have tied things up late in the first quarter. I've been hammering down the historical moment of this. The closest thing we have seen to this, in as far as I can recall, is the very first season of South Tucson Youth Football. I'm looking through everything else I've seen. You know, last season we had nothing even close to an undefeated team. I think after week 6, there were no undefeated teams left. The year before that, 2017, 2018, again, after week 7, there were no undefeated teams left. Same thing can be said in the season before that. The closest thing we have ever seen to this was in our very first season, where Welders of the Universe went 9-0. 9-0. And they faltered in the final game of the season. They lost to Captain Chuck's Adventure Taxi, a team that was 3-7 overall. That is Royal Caribbean Cruise for the touchdown. 30-yard pass. Touchdown, Francois Creperie. They take the lead. It only took 8 minutes and 37 seconds to finally take the lead for Francois Creperie. And once this happens, they tend to leave their opponents in the dust. Danish lose. They're going to have to respond and respond quick. They might be ruining their chances, already given up, already wasted in this first quarter. Let's start things off from the 27. The team that's really given Francois Creperie a run is it's Oblivious Newscaster with a big catch for 25 yards and a first down. This is what they'll need to do. They will need to run down Francois Creperie, but they will also need to stop them on defense. 14 first quarter points may not be enough. They need to tighten up that defense a little bit. The only team we've seen lose to give Francois Creperie a tight challenge, I think, was Kebab Barkers, and that might be the team. If they win today and go 10-0, that'll be the team waiting for them next week. Oh, we'll be excited to see that. 11-0. God, we haven't seen 10-0 before. I mentioned Welders of the Universe. I'm going to go back and talk about that again. That is a team that just lit up the scoreboard and beat teams up. They just aired it out. Kirk Fogg was their young quarterback at the time. He's still here, still on that team. But man, they just worked teams. I'm looking through their schedule back that season. That was just an amazing season. They took out some tough teams in the non-conference games too. They took out Del Grangos, who was a good team. Del Grangos was a team that went 5-5, so that was an okay season for them. Took out a 5-5 Cathy's. Went 5-6. They lost their bowl game. Back when they were bowl games. Again, Danish lose getting a field goal. Not going to be in the long run a good strategy or a good. Take the points when you can, but they're going to have to lock up defense. 3rd and 5. This is a big 3rd down right now for Danish lose. Can they stop the run? They can't. Glendrell Splendid breaks through. Big carry there for a 1st down. Actually, the funny thing is, that other team that Welders of the Universe beat in non-conference play, Francois Creperie, 28-21. So, still circle a little bit. Francois Creperie were not a very good team back then. They finished 3-7 overall. But, Welders of the Universe were some special team back then. Splendid with a big catch, just short of the 1st down marker. 3rd and inches from the 2. Welders of the Universe just had that team that could easily eke out a win, and they won so many tight games. They just didn't stop winning. They were undefeated for so long. They took teams to overtime. Won by 3. They just did so much. What a turnover for Danish lose. Again, they are being given opportunities here to be within 4. Only allow 14 points on Francois Creperie in the first 14 minutes of the game. That alone is worth a mention. Could this be the day that the history books say another team has come close? Late in the season that Welders started to really air it out and beat teams by larger margins. But week 10, the final score was 37-24. I recall that 2nd touchdown was in garbage time. It was a close game, and then Captain Chucks avoided defeat. Welders of the Universe were unable to get their undefeated season in the history books. There would not be a championship game for the BCC back then. There were only an 8-team conference. But Welders went into the playoffs as the #1 overall seed and fell by a score of 34-31 to Rusty Pipe Job Plumbing, the 8th seed at the time. A team that went 6-4 overall. So, goodness me, Francois Creperie, they've been hearing about how they could make history. They certainly not want to repeat what happened to Welders of the Universe. The touchback, so Danish lose again. Cannot get any points on the board, cannot get the ball moving. Another history, we are in the present. We're now going from reading about history to making history. Could Francois Creperie do it? 2 minutes ago in the first half, Pregante looks to go downfield, unable to make the catch. Pregante again, he's hit, but he gets rid of it. And it's caught by Amos. Kareem Amos. First catch of the game, 13 yards. 1st down and another big 1st down for the Creperie. Splendid forces the last time out of Danish lose. 3rd and 2 if they can stop him on this one. It's caught by Royal Caribbean Cruise, and he's in. He's got daylight. He breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Creperie. Royal Caribbean Cruise gets his 2nd touchdown of the game. Kick is up, 21-10. That could be a backbreaker for Danish lose Chutney House. Taking it to the half, only down by 4. Versus taking it to the half, down by 11. Oblivious Newscaster will take it to 28. a chance to get some points back on the board. They can get a touchdown in this last 86 seconds. A little different story. If it can be 21-17, that'd be huge. Big sack gets rid of a lot of that gain. Honda Odyssey is second sack of the game. Tucker Hughes looks to go long, and it's incomplete. 3rd and 17. Shotgun formation. Tries to hand it off to Scientific Map. Again, there's a little daylight, but it's double coverage, and it's 4th and 17. 53 seconds to go. Punting it back to Francois Creperie. Reyes will return it. Not a lot of movement. He's brought down at 28. Dante now has 43. And really nothing to lose. Hands it off to Splendid. He's brought down in the backfield by Salami Bites, but Splendid breaks free for a big gain. Can they get to him? They do, but it's all the way down to the 23. 116 yards for Splendid already. Pregante takes a deep drop back. Can they get a touchdown to end the half? They do! Oh my God, 9 seconds to go. Francois Creperie, who is going to stop this team? Just like that, in the final 2 minutes of the half, a 4-point lead was stretched out to 18 points, and Danish lose with 5 seconds to go. They'll have one shot at the end zone with 4 seconds to go, and it's a sack. That will take us to the halftime. Danish lose. Morale has to be at a low after that last abysmal 90 seconds of the half. Chins have got to be up. They are going to be ruining some chances that they could have made. They held Francois Creperie to 14 points for most of that half. You got to feel like Francois Creperie, who will start the half with the football too. Gulyabov will kick it off. Returned by Cruz, Royal Caribbean Cruz. Moves upfield, he'll be tackled at the 28. And that's where Francois Creperie will start things off. Immortality is 2 quarters away. Grady Lopez gets a yard on that one, not much. This has been one-way traffic starting the last 2 minutes of that second quarter. Grandrell squandered 127 yards. The stats aren't impressive just yet. Defensive offside's going to give 5 more yards forward for the Creperie. They're up to the 44. Pregante looks for his receiver. There's another flag on the play. It's offensive holding against Splendid, so they're going to move back. It's going to be 1st and 15. I think penalties and 15 yards to the first down are really going to scare off Francois Creperie. Look downfield, it was incomplete. 2nd and 15. Dumps it off short, but it is batted and incomplete. 3rd and 15. Huge 3rd down right now for Pregante. Incomplete to his running back, and they will punt. So Danish Lose will consider this a small victory. They need to come alive on offense. Royal will field it from the 20. He gets it all the way up to, from about the 37. Not bad. Tucker Hughes will take the football and will look to, he'll get sacked for a big loss of 10 by Honda Odyssey. 2nd and 20. Hughes is brought down again, and Danish Lose. They have so many pieces. They don't have a well-touted quarterback, and Spalding ball pair pulls it out of the air. What a big catch! 1st and 10 from the 47 for Danish Lose. Tucker Hughes looks downfield. It's hit by a oblivious newscaster for the 1st down to the 22. What a big drive for Danish Lose. Touchdown newscaster, oblivious newscaster with the touchdown. And Danish Lose close the gap a little bit. It's now 28-17. 6:06 to go in the third quarter. Can they put another stop on defense? You know, this effort is going to be seen by a lot of people, a lot of eyes. Danish Blues are still ranked number 9 overall. Do not discount them. Recruitment will be strong for them, I think, in the offseason. And I'm saying it, there may not necessarily be an offseason just yet. They may still look to make some waves in the playoffs. Splendid is brought down for, oh, is he short? 4th and 1. They're punting. Danish Blues will get this football back. 4:53 to go. Goes out of bounds. Marks him at the 10. Tucker Hughes, 90 yards to go. There's a flag on the play, and it's incomplete. Holding against the offense, so it's going to go back 10 yards.
Sit up.
Second and 10 from their own 35. Hughes is hurried, and he's hit hard. Loss of a punch. 3rd and 19. 3rd and long, and he's brought down again. The punt unit will come out for 4th and 29. 4th, and it doesn't matter at this point. They will punt from deep in their own half of the field. Francois Creperie fields it from about 35. Reyes takes it all the way back past the midfield point. They'll start from the 45. Dumps it off. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Francois Creperie looking to just kind of take the air out of this football. Hands it off to Splendid. Big collision at the 40. 3rd and 5. And they will be letting this clock run down. They'll be shortening the game as best as possible. You know what? I can't blame them. There's so much importance here. You don't want to take unnecessary risks. They will punt it at 4th and 3, but we are getting close to the 4th quarter with the undefeated team, Francois Creperie, 9-0, the number 1 ranked team. Not ever so much closer. Oh, they take down Hughes all the way back to the 3, 2nd and 19. And it's a safety. Big momentum swing. The pocket collapsed. There was no one to throw to. 2 points on the board, and Royal Caribbean Cruise will field the kickoff. Big hit on that kickoff return all the way up to the 43. A 13-point game. Brigante gets hit, brought down, loss of 9.
Tonight.
We enter the 4th quarter of play.
Go!
Francois Creperie start by punting. Royal fields it from the 10. The clock right now is ticking down to immortality. Danish lose, trying to spoil the party. Scientific map breaks free past the midfield line. Past the 50-yard line. I think it passes midfield. Again, Scientific map. Why has he not been getting the ball more often? 37 yards on those first 2 rushes. Already down to the 36. Hughes, time to throw. Big play to Oblivious Newscaster for the catch. 1st and goal from the 9. Hughes hands it off to Map. He gets about halfway there. 2nd and goal from the 4. It's Map again. It's a touchdown. We are back to a 6 6-point game. 6-yard game. A 6-point game. Danish lose 24. Francois Creperie 30. This game has never quite felt settled for Francois Creperie. Every time they have started to pull away, to their credit, Danish lose have pulled them back, have reeled them back in. They have not let go of the leash. Brigante looks to find Kramer. Caught for a 9-yard gain. 27 minutes to go. Brigante throws, gets rid of it. Incomplete. 3rd and 1. You have to imagine they're going to hand this one off. Pitch play to Splendid. He gets the first down and moves the chains. 1st and 10 from the 43. Clock continues to tick. It is now on the side of Francois Creperie, as it has been for most of this game. Brigante hits Cruz for the first down. He'll take it all the way to the 41. 5:15 to go. Splendid is tackled short of the first down marker. It's 2nd and 1, 167 yards. Quiet day for Glendrell Splendid. It's amazing when 167 yards can be called a quiet day, but we've seen Glendrell Splendid have gigantic games for Francois Creperie. It's part of the reason, it's a large part of the reason why they are sitting at the potential of going undefeated for the entire regular season. It's why that number 1 is next to their name. And a long field goal. The line of scrimmage was a 34, so let's add 17 to that. That was a 51-yard field goal kicked by Francois Creperie. It's a 9-point game with 4:02 to go. Oblivious Newscaster will field it from the end zone and take it all the way to the 26. 2-score game, 9 points. Scientific Map is brought down in the backfield for a loss of 5. 2nd and 15. Intercepted by Nolan. And Francois Creperie may have iced this game. Brigante finds Sterling Pleasant. 1st down again. They can take this clock down as much as they need. They do take some time off on each play now. Again, Kareem Amos, but there's a flag on the play. It's coming back. Offensive holding against Ted Moore on the line. You know, the defensive linemen are so much bigger. You feel like they would. Oh, big play made by Kramer. Big catch all the way down to the 2. And this play will take it down to the 2-minute warning. Incomplete. No, it won't. 2nd and goal. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. But you have to imagine a touchdown will end it. Glendrell Splendid brought down in the backfield for a loss. All the way down to the 4. 2-minute warning. 3rd and goal. Kawika Howell, touchdown, Creperie. And what has been a close game, hanging on a thread. You know, I can't help but feel like the score of this game is not going to reflect how close Danish Lose has come on so many occasions. Has to be over, but of course they will play all 40 minutes because that is what they're taught. This Newscaster was 1 tackle away from breaking free for a return to go coast to coast. Tucker Hughes is brought down, and they will use their first timeout. 1:48 to go. Look at that Honda Odyssey. 7 sacks today. Hughes, almost gets his receiver on the far left. 3rd and 18 for Danish Lose. Tucker Hughes goes long. It's overthrown. It will be... God, they got to go for it at this point. I mean, it's 4 down territory. Hughes gets rid of it. It's incomplete. He avoids the sack, but it's Francois Creperie taking over. 94 seconds away, and you can already feel it in this stand. They're going to throw to the end zone to Royal Caribbean Cruise, his 3rd touchdown of the day. Give him the hat trick. It's 47-24. Again, this scoreline is not due justice how well Danish Lose has played It's a shame, but with 1:27 to go, newscaster will field it from the end zone, hits it all the way out to the 23-yard line. And this crowd could not care what kind of dick move going for that touchdown was by the Francois Creperie coach. You know, some people will say that, and they'll forget that all the coaches in this league are dicks. They don't know what they're doing half the time. The other half the time, they're just trying to get some hubris in there. That is a big offside call that they will happily decline. Take the first down, 1:12 to go. Down by 23. That does not reflect how well Danish Luz has played. Gets rid of it. Caught by Motley. It's another timeout. They have one left, 1:08 to go. It's saving face at this point. It's a respectable finish. Oh, a big hit on Tucker Hughes for a loss of, I think that was a loss of 9. 3rd and 11. Hughes goes long. It's incomplete. 4th down territory. 52 seconds to go. Gotta feel like this would be it. Hughes brought down again. Turnover. And you can already hear corks popping. I don't know how they brought them in this this stadium. I guess really don't kind of check anyone at the door. There's really not any doors either. It's just gates. So I guess they don't check anyone. Corks are popping in this stadium. Sterling Pleasant will get the catch. And that will force Danish Luz to use their final timeout. Glendrell's splendid. They run it to run down the clock, but no one can get to him. At that point, what are you going to do? Touchdown, Francois Creperie. With this kick, it will be a 30-point game. And there is celebration in the smattering of crowds. Social distancing be damned. There is hugging. There is open mouth kissing. There is perhaps a little extra that we can't see under those blankets that the fans are draping themselves in. There are going to be a lot of loving is going to be having tonight among the Francois Creperie fans, parents, coaches, and some of the kids that may have hit puberty maybe too. I don't know. They're going to have a lot of bragging rights in school. Of course, school has not been canceled just yet here in South Tucson. This is such a strong team. They will make history. Big catch by Oblivious Newscaster, tackled. But this will be it, the final play from scrimmage. Celebrate all night long, Francois Creperie. You are the first team to go 10-0 in South Tucson youth football history. 10-0. What a game it was. The final score, Francois Creperie 5-4. 54, excuse me. The final score, Francois Creperie 54. They go 10-0. They defeat Danish Luz Chutney House by a score of 54-24. They fall to 7-3. 7-3. They still have a couple more wins to get. They want to truly be immortalized. No team in South Tucson youth football history has gone 10-0 until today. Francois Creperie, they go to 10-0. They now have a big game next week against Kebab Barkers, which if I recall, I'm going to go ahead and just double check my notes here to make sure I know that is what they did. Where is that game? That was week 8, if I recall. Week 8. Francois Creperie 21, Kebab Barkers 17. That was not a slam dunk game for Francois Creperie in any sense. So while on paper that may look like that's an easy win for Francois Creperie, remember, Kebab Barkers held them very close. I don't think a single team held them to such a close score as Kebab Barkers did. So, could they do it? It could be a big game. I think that will be a featured game on Saturday. Gosh, I'd have to imagine. We'll announce the schedule soon enough. But that is it for the regular season. Folks, there are 17 games left in this historic 5th season of South Tucson Youth Football. The 2020 season is 17 games away from being over. There are 6 championship games to go next week. 2 will be played on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Monday. Following the final Monday game, the bracket of the playoffs will be known and revealed. Then it'll be 11 games left until we crown our 5th ever champion. There will be 6 games next weekend. We know the identities of those 12 teams playing. The CSC Championship will take place between Shifty Lou's Arcade and Papa Joe's Child Escort Service, the team we saw win our first game. Francois Creperie, 10-0, take on Kebab Barkers in the Foreign Legion Championship game. The Gluttony League Championship will be on the line as Abigail May's Aggressive Steakhouse take on Flappy Pappy's Pancake Shanty. They were ranked number 4 going into today. What will that be? Possibly number 3. Rancho Robusto Plus-Sized Warehouse will take on Burns and Crackle Mesothelioma Law Firm. Next week for the Big Small Business Conference Championship, Rancho Robusto had a surprise loss to Texas Roadhouse. They were ranked number 2. How will that fare? Will they keep their top 5 status? Going into championship week, we'll find out. Remaining out of that, the EAC, the Ethical Athletic Conference, will be on the line as Blind Bob's Firing Range in their first ever championship game appearance, taking on veterans of the of championship week. Familiar team in that playoff spot too. Holy Balls, that's a tough opponent for Blind Bob's. And last but not least, the BCC, the Blue Collar Conference championship game is on the line as Twin Towers Construction, ranked 10th going into this weekend. They got a big win, so that ranking will either stay or move up a little bit. They take on the was it the Horse Pussy Saloon? I think it was. I think it was the Horse Pussy Saloon. An unprecedented 5-way tie in that division. Went down to several tiebreakers, and the Horse Pussy Saloon were the team to emerge. So that is a lot of stories to be told that will be closed next week. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for coming out. This has been South Tucson Youth Football. My name is Brian Hughes. Until this coming Friday night, where championship week will begin. So long, Arizona.